Categories of people who normally go to church. This also forms the reasons why people go to church. If you're seated in a church somewhere on a Sunday morning, just know that your motivation for going for that service or to that church and the neighbors and the neighbor next to you, their motivation for coming to that church could be totally different. Don't ever think you're there for the same reasons. Anyhow, here are some 5 categories of people that go to church. Number 1, these are the true worshippers. The people that go to church, number 1, to learn more about the God they worship. Number 2, to worship Him in the company of other believers. And number 3, just to worship Him because they are glad that they do worship Him. Worship Him just because He's God. He created you and He made you, and you really do adore Him. Reason enough to go to church. Now let me tell you about the characteristics of these people. These people, they actually are the very quiet ones in church, very calm. Normally, they will not be on the pulpit. They may not even be a member of any of the church groupings that you see there. They are most likely to be in the background, at a corner somewhere, quietly worshiping their God. They are not shouting. They are not jumping up and down. They are very quietly worshiping their God and reading their Bible in that environment of church. These are the true worshippers. These people do not just worship God on Sunday morning or on Sunday or on Wednesday evening during the prayer services. No. Wherever they are, they worship God in truth and in spirit. And normally you will not hear them shouting or saying much about how they are good worshippers and how they love God. And they'll probably not say that. They'll just do it quietly, but the fruits will show in their lives. Number 2 category of people that you will find in a church. These are the people that are looking for a place where they can go and join other people. They are looking for a social place. The same reason that people go to a clubbing on Friday night or Saturday night, it is the same reason that motivates these people to go to church. So they're in a church environment. They feel kind of sanctified because they are not in a club environment. So they go there and they really do love energized praise and worship. They jump up and down and, they are there. They are happy to be together with the people that are, in a social place. The interesting thing about this category of people is that if you ask them after a service what they have learned or what the church was all about, they will only tell you about how the choir sang very well, or how the praise and worship leader was so good, or how the songs were so nice. And they will not tell you anything else about what the preacher preached or anything that the Spirit of God put in their own spirit. Nothing. It's just about them. They also tell you about how they met a friend of theirs, how they saw the pastor's wife dressed in a nice way, how they saw people driving big cars to church. They're just there for the social bit. Nothing else, nothing less. These are categories of people. And there are many. They're not there for God. They're just there to interact with other people. So an opportunity arises that requires them to go out of church to talk to a friend. They will go. When the phone rings, they will walk out of the church service and go and receive their call. They are more interested with the friends they meet in church than what is happening in that environment. Number 3, these are the ones who are looking for fame. They want to be known to be churchgoers. I attend the Anglican Church. I'm a Catholic. I am a Sitamite. I'm the one who I go to faith ministries. They are the people that they take pride in being in that community. There is nothing wrong with it, but they are not there to worship God. They are there because of the tag that comes with it. So they are very proud to say, I am a Sitamite. I am a Catholic. I am an Anglican. I am a whichever church they go to. These ones are just looking for fame. Fame and association. They just to be associated with a certain. There is nothing wrong, of course, with association, but when the fact that you are Catholic, or the fact that you are a Sitamite, or the fact that you go to a faith-based, churches or Anglican or whatever, if that fact supersedes your reason for going to church, I have my own doubts, in my own opinion. Now, there's category number 4. And these are people who are desperate. They are looking for a place where they can belong. They are looking for a place where they can be listened to. They are looking for a place where they can be accepted. So they go to church. They do not have money to go to club to buy other people beer, or they do not have money to go other social places they can go, but they are desperate for that association. So the life has been tough, and therefore they find themselves in churches. And most of us started there, and many of us could be there as well, desperate for a place where you can be accepted, for a place where you can be listened to, for a place where you can find peace. So these are the guys who are desperate, category number 4. And these are the guys who are also vulnerable, very vulnerable. If they do not receive that love they expect from the church, they will go to another church, they will go to another club, they will look for this validation, they will also look for a place where they can get help. However, that doesn't matter whether it's a church or a mosque or whatever, they don't care. They're all looking for a place where they can be listened to, or a place where they can feel accepted. The desperate ones, very desperate. And combined with that, there is another form of desperation that causes people to go to church. And that are the people, or this is the category of people that are looking for spouses. They are looking for spouses. They are out there looking for people to marry. So they've been out there, they have had their fun, and now they come to church looking for a person they can marry. Someone who they think, if I marry this person from church, they will make better spouses, better husbands, or better wives. It's a form of desperation as well. They didn't find what they were looking for, whatever else they were, so they come to church. And they find themselves in church. So this kind of category of people, they are meticulously dressed, and they are always looking around. They are always looking around in church. They will they will always notice that beautiful worship leader. They will always notice that handsome, sharp-looking pastor. Yeah, they will always be looking out for people who form the category of people they want to marry. So I combine them with the desperate ones, but these ones, they are looking for spouses. They're not looking for, to worship God or anything like that. And finally, as a bonus, there's another category of people. These are the family people who are looking for a place where they can raise their children in a godly way. So they go to church. They look for a church that is family friendly, a place where their children will be taught the word of God, they will be taught manners, they will be taught virtues, they will be taught the right way to live. So that's a bonus. So that one can combine any of the above. They're the family guys. Anyway, in all this, everyone should be welcome to church, whichever church you go to. It doesn't matter whether they are drug dealers, it doesn't matter whether they are, they are drunk. If a drunk person comes to your church, please don't throw them away. They could just be looking for validation or something. It doesn't matter, whatever they are. It doesn't matter what they are going through. Let them all come to the love of Christ. And those are the categories of people that come to church. So whenever you're in church, in whichever church you attend to, just know the reason why you are there is not necessarily the reason why your neighbor seated next to you, or your wife, or even your child is there. Be cautious of that, and open your arms and accept all, and hope that the love of God will change each and every one of them. Bye. Have a lovely day.